I'm just curious. During the beginning of the pandemic, how was that time spent for you?
I really just honed in on songwriting because that's all I could do at that point.
Uh-huh.
Um, and it was nice actually. I feel like I started putting in my 10,000 hours of writing. Not that I'm like at any level a professional, but I definitely feel that I am way better now than I was 2, 3 years ago whenever this whole thing happened.
Ooh, welcome everybody to Casting for Two, episode number 480, with your host, me, Chris. Welcome everybody to another episode of the podcast. The episodes continue to be trucking along. I'm working on something great for September, but still, August is not over, and lots more episodes are coming out. I'm going to explain my thought process in the monthly Perfect Waste of Time episode, which is coming out not next week, but the last Friday. So be on the lookout for that. And just a lot of good stuff happening that I'm excited to share with everyone here. But you know what? Until then, I would just like to talk about my guest for today. Phenomenal guest, just a wonderful individual. Going back and listening and editing it, I just had a smile because she's just so wonderful. Everybody give it up for the very talented singer, songwriter, musician Samica is on the podcast, and just such a lovely individual and such a lovely chat. And I have so many nice things to say about her, but we can just start this chat, okay? Or listen to the chat. What am I talking about? Let's get into this chat. I'm done talking. Everybody sit back, relax, and Samica, take it away.
It's so nice to meet you officially.
It's nice to meet you too. I've been listening to your music for a bit now, and yeah, I've been enjoying it, and so I was super excited for this
Oh,
chat.
thank you. Thank you.
Of course.
Love your podcast. It's really cool.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I try.
Yeah.
I try, but also I never like to toot my own horn, but I feel like the guests have to bring it. So it's a lot of pressure off of me. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Although,
No, no,
but
you're a great host, so I'm super pumped.
thank you. Yeah, I do have to like ask questions. So
Yeah,
I
you
guess it
gotta
is on me too.
Yes, joint effort.
But how's your day been going so far?
It's been good. Yeah, super chill.
Chill. Nice.
No complaints.
So when it's a chill day, what do you like to do? Is it literally just I'm vegging out, binging and snacking, or is it still like, okay, well, I got to work out, I got to do errands, like what's chill?
I mean, it was definitely filled with like work still, but nothing too hectic. I'm just like I have a bunch of like behind the scenes footage from my music video that I just shot. So I'm like editing it together and like trying to make a video of that and like just social media stuff, the whole shebang, but no nothing too like stressful, which is nice.
Nice, nice. Yeah, because you've been busy the past couple of days. Well, you had a music video release last week?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, a few days ago, like on Friday, I think,
hmm.
or Wednesday. Yeah, over a week ago almost.
And then you had a show, or you played.
Yes, yes, so much going on. Yeah, it was really cool. It was like at the county fair.
Uh,
I've never been to or played something like that before, so it was actually really cool. So yeah.
and then you have a world tour starting in 5 minutes. That's what the information I was given.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, you know what? Fine. Well, 5 minutes. That's cool. No, That's awesome. Now, one of the things that I'm very curious, and for somebody like you who, musician, singer, songwriter, all that stuff. I'm curious about the songwriting process because songwriters fascinate me because it's just how do you do it. But for you, what's your process when it comes to writing music?
Yeah, I mean, songwriting is something that like I it was always my main thing to
Mm,
get better at. I think like a lot of people can sing, which
mm,
is wonderful, but I think like songwriting is like definitely the craft, the art part about singing and
yeah.
creating music. So, um yeah, I just kind of like I don't know. It's like such a weird thing to explain because you don't really know where it comes from, but it's
Right.
almost like the more you do it, the easier it comes. I mean, for me, I always try and like, it depends like if I'm writing by myself, like just alone in my room type, like on the guitar, then it's much more like freeing and I kind of just get to start letting melodies or words come to me while I'm playing chords on the guitar.
Mm.
And like piece it together. I always have like voice memos on just in case some gold comes out that I forget. So I can always like go back to that. But yeah, it's like just a process you have to keep doing and then it like comes easier. You know how it comes, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Once you lock in that groove, then it's like, okay, I know how to do this, or I know
Yeah,
I. Not saying that, oh, I know how to access this at any point in time, because again, inspiration happens when it
exactly.
happens. But still, it's
Yeah.
a muscle you can flex.
And you always have to remember like those hours you put that nothing comes out is
Yeah.
still going towards like the songs that come out in 5 minutes, you know? So it's like, it's definitely a mental game, which you never really get the, the full understanding of how it works, but you get a little taste of it and you're like, okay, I can run with this. And then keep
Okay.
going.
Yeah. And so, how long have you been writing songwriting?
Um, I would say for almost, I mean, since I was a little kid, so
Yeah.
probably like for 10, 12 years now almost.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you
But really like trying and like putting out music for like 5 years, I would say.
got yeah? Do
Yeah.
you ever look back at your past work before you were even getting into the industry?
Um, I mean, it's kind of nice to just reminisce,
Yeah.
but it's also nice that like I will be the only one to hear those songs.
Oh, come on. Come on.
That's a
No.
very comforting feeling as well. So, but yeah,
Uh,
yeah, it's fun to look back and be like, oh, that was cute, but like, here's something way better now.
I'm always curious with what the what the beginnings are like, just because I mean it's a good way to just kind of gauge and see. Oh yeah, I've come this far. Okay, great, fantastic. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what you were writing about, but just writing about adolescence and stuff like that. Versus
yeah, I
now,
feel like
now
there's, yeah,
you've lived a lot. You've lived more life. So,
totally.
um, yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
great.
a lot,
That's
a lot more stories now to tell, which is nice.
right. Exactly. I think that's the number one thing that people don't. I say people. I don't know what I mean by people. Maybe educators or just, I guess, people in general. Life experience, I feel like, really flushes out an individual, and I think the more you live life, the richer the art is, just because you have this experiences that you can pull from.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think they need to make that point clear in school.
They definitely should.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start this campaign. We're gonna convince everyone to drop out of school and go live life. I'm glad you're with me. Let's do this. Let's go.
I'm there with you.
You shouldn't be. This is a horrible idea. No. Okay. So, and then another thing that I'm also interested, again, listening to the music. Like, I'm very interested in how an artist finds their style, their particular, style. For you, was this something that you kind of went back and forth with your particular style, of the music and the lyrics, things like that?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have always tried a bunch of different styles. I think it's very much like process of elimination. And for me, it kind of was easier to find my style because if I couldn't write a good song over a specific style of music, then I was like, all right, this isn't for me. Like,
Yeah.
if I didn't enjoy making the song, it was very easy to say, like, I'm not going to be making this whole genre of music, you know?
Right.
But I definitely think like style is something that is always evolving. I think
Uh-huh.
it also really depends on the kind of music that you're listening to and like surrounding yourself with at that time in your life, which has definitely like changed my style over time. Like my first project was very like acoustic R&B,
Mm.
which I loved, and I still love R&B music to this day. But now I'm kind of gearing more towards like not country, but like a little more like just elements of different things,
Mhm.
and very guitar centric. So it's like it just keeps changing, you know, and the people that I work with and like my friends that I'm making music with keep changing and we all like different music. So it's something that like you never have one style, I would
Right.
say. Yeah.
Okay. No, and it's always fantastic when an artist is able to pivot, and and you saying how you work with a lot of different people, kind of create this melting pot of just creativity that, I mean, ultimately it can only benefit you and the work that you all do. So
Yeah, yeah. And it's fun. You get to learn so many different things from different people and like kind of make it your own in an interesting way. So it's nice.
nice. Well, good. And just kind of going back, I know you said that you've been kind of really chasing this, and I don't want to say chasing, but doing it for 5 years. What in with the past couple of years being how they were, are, I don't know. I don't know if we're still in it or not. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But
I don't think any of us really know what is going on.
anyway, so I'm just curious. During the beginning of the pandemic, how was that time spent for you? Was it, obviously, were you kind of using that for your creative writing juices, or was it more like, hey, I'm going to focus on me?
Um, so during like right before the pandemic happened, I would say was like such a high of like
Uh-huh.
I had been on such a roll. Like I really liked the team I was working with then, and we were putting out music. It was the first time that I had ever really started putting out music, and I was opening for people that I always loved, like artists and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
so like just that February, I had played like an opening show in my home city in San Francisco at the rickshaw stop. So it was like cool. It was like building up, and then obviously the pandemic happened and everything shut.
Yeah.
And I guess I kind of went into like uh almost like looking from the outside in perspective of like, okay, I think a lot of us did, but at least like artistically wise, I definitely looked at the whole picture and it was like, okay, now I actually can't depend on anybody but myself.
Yeah.
Um, and so I really just honed in on songwriting because that's all I could do at that point.
Uh-huh.
Um, and it was nice actually. I feel like I started putting in my 10,000 hours of writing. Not that I'm like at any level a professional, but I definitely feel that I am way better now than I was 2, 3 years ago whenever this whole thing happened. um, just like mentally and artistically, I think I'm like have put in the work now. So I really put my head down in my room at my parents' place and like would look up like just stupid YouTube beats and write a whole song and hate it. But I have like one song every day that I was just like working on, and a few of them came out. Like one of my songs, Payday, was a song
Mm.
that I put out over a YouTube beat that I found. And I just bought the beat from the guy, and super cool. We follow each other on IG now. We actually have like mutual friends in the industry. So it was funny, but yeah, so I definitely put my head down and was like, okay, I think I need to like reassess and be better. So it's cool.
Nice, nice. There's nothing wrong with taking that time to just kind of, again, just hone that craft and get better at it. It's something,
Yeah.
that's wonderful. Yeah, and I'm again writing music. I'm curious, is there during that time was there ever a situation where you were just kind of writing and you wrote something that was super personal that you were just like, I don't know if I can share this, and you were kind of afraid to bring it to anybody?
Yeah, I definitely have a lot of those songs that I'm like, oh, should I say that? It's like if I say it, then everybody really knows who I'm talking about,
Yeah.
like what I'm talking about. But yeah, I don't think I ever like shared them.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Don't share them. Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay.
It's just so funny being like an artist and having to put out your like own story, and you're like, actually I'm like so private. This is so
Right.
fun. But yeah,
Well,
it's valid.
yeah. Well, I commend that just because I mean, there's this again from an outsider perspective looking in. I do we know everything about Emma Stone? No, we don't. We know that she acts and she does phenomenal work, and she kind of leaves it there. But she's her at the end of the day, she's her own person. She's allowed to have her own thoughts, her own feelings, her own stories that maybe she doesn't want anybody to know. And I feel like
Totally.
that's kind of lost. I don't want to say, I don't want to generalize anything, but when it comes to singers, songwriters, things like that, I feel like there's always this pressure to, no, get it out of you. And it's like, no, I don't want to do any of that. That's for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely therapeutic to like write it down and kind of get it out. But it's cool that you get to choose what you want to say and what you don't want to say as well. So,
Yeah, yeah. There we go. And so just kind of going back and so you, again, we talked about, how you have a new, music video out, Happier Than Me, which great song, great video, great, great, great.
thank you.
Um, of course. But then you have a new song out right now.
Yeah, I also just released a song called Stumble Home.
Mm,
I just put out, I think, like last week as well. So it's just been like very releasing time,
yeah.
which is nice.
And so is that this now? I don't want to, get the inside scoop or anything, but is that the song that you have a music video coming out for?
Yes, I do. I'm still waiting on some edits for it, but yeah, that should be out hopefully by the end of this month or early next month.
Nice. Okay. And again, I know we started out saying that you did have the opportunity to play a show, a couple of days ago, but is there a song of yours that you enjoy playing in front of people?
Oh, that's such a good question. Um, I think it always changes.
Hmm.
Definitely this last one that I just released, Stumble Home, has been one that I really like playing just because the way that it was produced was kind of like very live instrumentation, and the guitarist that I actually perform with a lot is on the song as well. His name is Mauricio. He played like some slide guitar in there. So it's a very it's a really fun and easy song to translate
Mm.
to like a band playing, which has been really cool because usually all my songs that I put out are very like straight acoustic, and
Yeah.
it's hard to translate like songs that you write alone on the guitar to like a full produced song without losing the magic of it being like just so you on the guitar type of thing.
Yeah.
But that song has been fun because it's like, oh, it actually sounds, it has to have like a whole band. It like just makes it epic. So that's been one. That's probably been my favorite so far.
It's so funny that you say that because, talking with bands that were making music during over the pandemic and, kind of working online and sending ideas back and forth. And I'll talk to them like, oh, are you excited to play that one song? And they're just like, we need to figure it out first of all, because we don't know how we're going to play it live. But it's nice to hear that you kind of have the opposite effect where it's like, yes, I'm excited to play it with the band because, you know, there's a lot more energy that's added to it.
Yeah, exactly. I think we kind of like my friend who I worked on that one with, his name is Scott. We kind of had that in mind because I had been playing a lot of shows before writing that song. And so when we kind of sat down to work on that one, we had it in mind that we wanted to make a song that would be fun to play with a full band. So it's cool that we got one of those.
Nice. And I'm assuming that there's going to be more on the way.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. Okay. And also, so for the people at home who would like to just keep up with you, follow you online, of course, listen to all the wonderful music. Where can they do all that?
So you can find me on IG on Instagram at Samica Music. It's SAMICA Music. And then definitely like Spotify, Apple Music, all of that good stuff. Just my name, Samica. So it's all there.
There we go.
And YouTube as well.
Yes.
That's where all the music videos live.
Nice. And yeah, again, I love the videos that have been coming out, especially this last one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the new one. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to everything that you're gonna put out. You got a fan. You got a fan here.
Thanks so much. And you too. I'm excited to hear more stuff coming out from you as well.
Thank you. Actually, there's no more podcasts. No more. This is I'm just tricking people and no, what? That's weird. No, yes. I've been sick the past couple of days and I'm just going, I'm going loopy right now. So I need to end this conversation before I say something bad. I don't know.
Oh, loopy is good. It's fun to do a loop.
I do wonder because, of course, there's a point at night when you're so tired that the filter is gone, and I've always wanted to record something at that, but I'm so afraid to do it because I'm.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, in high school, my friends and I used to call that the TJs. Called the tired jollies, where you're like so tired that everything's funny and you're like, but nothing is funny.
the TJ hour. Dang. Okay.
Yeah, TJ hour.
All right. You know what?
That could be our next podcast.
Okay. You know what? Yes. When the next time you come back, it'll be during TJ hour, and it's gonna. I feel. Oof.
Yeah, baby.
I'm scared. No, but Samica, thank you so much for stopping by. Seriously, come back anytime you want, and continue doing what you do, and keep staying safe and healthy. All right.
Thanks so much. So nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you too. But yes.
All right.
Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.